What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. In this video, I'm going to give you the rundown on some topics in boxing that I want to discuss. But before I get into the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that post notification bell button to get notified every time I upload content. Also, follow me on Instagram at Colossal_Sports TV. Now let's get into the video. First up, Amir Khan is still chasing a Manny Pacquiao fight. And I'll post the link to each article in the description below so you all can check it out. Amir Khan had this to say: We're going to force the Manny Pacquiao fight. We all know these guys have been somewhat friendly, as they had the same trainer in Freddie Roach a few years ago. They've had numerous of sparring sessions. Both guys have always been linked to a potential fight. It didn't happen, one, because both guys were trained by Freddie Roach at the time. Two, they were good friends, you know. But now, neither one of them is trained by Freddie Roach. They've long been, separated, have been working together in a professional setting for some time now. And Amir Khan is eager to get in the ring, and not only get in the ring, but get in the ring with somebody that he deems worthy of sharing the ring with. He wants to become champion again. He wants to fight Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman. Anybody out there, you name it, he wants them. And you got to give respect to Amir Khan for that, because that's the fighter's mentality you want to see from these fighters. The willingness to face anybody, doesn't matter the odds of you winning, you being an underdog, or whatever skill set and power advantage or whatever it may be that they possess, And while I think he loses to pretty much all the guys, maybe except Lucas Matisse and Manny Pacquiao, you got to commend him. But the problem with Amir Khan is that he's already overlooking Samuel Vargas. Samuel Vargas is a good fighter. He's been in there with Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. He was stopped by both of those guys, but he's confident. And Amir Khan, while exceptionally talented, he's not the type of fighter that can overlook an opponent. For one, that chin has been well documented as being, dollar tissue thin, dollar tissue weak. You can blow and that motherfucker gonna fall down. And every time he's looked ahead to a potentially bigger fight, he's always struggled or he's always lost. And we gotta put this out there: he's not above losing to C-level fighters. Look what British Prescott did to him years ago. Knocked him out in the first or second round. Had him in the corner like he was, had him looking like Burmester Vern, but just in the corner. Knocked him the fuck out. And Samuel Vargas already said that I'm not Phil Greco. I'm going to keep chipping away until I shatter that chin. And Amir Khan has to be aware of that. He cannot overlook Samuel Vargas, because this fight with Samuel Vargas will likely be sanctioned as a final eliminator for the WBA regular title. That's why he's speaking on Manny Pacquiao, because if that's the case and he wins, he would be the mandatory to that regular WBA title of the winner of the Manny Pacquiao versus Lucas Matisse fight that's taking place next month. So he has that going for him. But in order to get to that, he gonna have to fucking beat Samuel Vargas. And we all know Khan looked great against Phil Greco, but that was to be expected. Maybe not as quick and decisive of a statement made by Amir Khan, being out of the ring for so long and being that explosive, but he did it, and you got to give props to him for that. But Samuel Vargas, I expect to be a little more resilient, a little better chin. He's going to go longer than Philo Greco, I believe. He's rough and rugged, and he keeps coming and keeps coming. You know, he's been knocked out before, so it's not like he can't be knocked out again. But if Amir Khan is overlooking him and thinking about a potential fight with Manny Pacquiao or anybody else, he could very well find himself an upset situation. And he also, you can't forget, he also got that Kell Brook fight out there that is, lingering. He's already said that fight have to take place at 147 or it won't happen at all. I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn will be able to get both of those guys together and come to a beneficial compromise that both fighters feel comfortable with. But Amir Khan, worry about Samuel Vargas, and then worry about Manny Pacquiao or Lucas Matisse or any of these other champions that you've been talking about recently. Next up, Oleksandr Usyk and Gassiev has officially been announced for July 21st in Moscow, Russia. There was rumblings going around that this fight could be in danger of not happening. It was so bad that they had a replacement for Gassiev or for Usyk, and Andrew Tapiti already ready to go to face Gassiev, Murat Gassiev, in the case that it fell through. But luckily for us, the fight was made. They were scrambling over the location. Usyk wanted it to be at a neutral site, understandably so. But the fight is done, and both of these guys are undefeated. Usyk is 14-0 with 11 knockouts. Gassiev is 26-0, 19 knockouts. And this fight is for all the titles: the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, the WBC, the ring, and the IBO titles are all on the line. It'll be an undisputed champion in the cruiserweight division, the first since the late O'Neal Bell, rest in peace to him, did it back in, I want to say 2005 or 2008, one of the two. Correct me in the comment section down below if I got that year wrong. But like I said, I expect this fight to be an excellent fight. Both of these guys are very, very skilled fighters. You got Usyk, who kind of reminds me of a bigger version and slightly lesser talented than his countrymate and stablemate Vasyl Lomachenko. He throws punches and bunches. He has power, but he really doesn't sit on them. He's hittable, but he is a very good fighter. He's been fast-tracked ever since he's turned pro. He's been in there with Marco Huck, Bredis. I forget the guy's first name, Bredis. He beat him in his hometown, Belgium, I believe it was. And, he's been in there with a few more other guys. He's a solid fighter, very solid fighter. Usyk, he's been in there with, Dorticos, Junior Dorticos, and he's been in there with the motherfucker ugly Russian that knocked out Roy Jones. Anyway, he stopped my man late in that fight, I believe, or won a decision. He's a very good fighter, very powerful, hard to hit. He has that high guard. It's hard to penetrate. He allows you to kind of punch yourself out. Then he explodes. He has sneaky speed with excellent power, a good body puncher, very well composed. And that's something that Usyk is going to have to, be cautious of. But Gassiev is also going to have to be prepared to, start fast in his fight, because he cannot let Usyk build a 3-4 round, advantage, because he's kind of like a front runner, fast starter. And once he get that momentum and get those rounds in the bank, it's gonna be hard to overcome him. But I think that this is gonna be a terrific fight. It's gonna be a fight of the year type fight. And here are the quotes real quick from both guys. I am once again, this is from Oleksandr Usyk. I am once again traveling to the territory of the rival. I did it with success in the quarter and semifinal. Now I am going to Moscow to win. Murat Gassiev said, I was ready to fight Usyk anywhere in the world. I am sure Usyk and I will make a great fight. The winner takes it all. So there it is. This is going to be a huge fight between these two men. I'm looking forward to it. I think that both guys have proven to be the two best cruiserweights in the world right now as we speak. And I think that when they get in the ring, I think it's gonna it's gonna show. It's gonna show. It's gonna be a chess match, but then it's gonna open up and be fireworks. So July 21st, Oleksandr Usyk versus Murat Gassiev, taking place for all the belts in the cruiserweight division. Next up, Lennox Lewis says unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua changed his tune about fighting Deontay Wilder. And this is what the great Lennox Lewis said on Twitter yesterday. My thoughts on Anthony Joshua and Bronze Bomber situation are that when I was champ, I wanted to face the best to show the world who's the best, period. I've I've heard both of them speak on it, but I've also seen that AJ has changed his tune. This isn't a 2-year down the line thing. Promoters have their own interest in making most money they can make, but fighters also carry weight in who they fight. If both sides wanted to fight, it would be happening. End of story. AJ taking Povetkin first isn't a deal breaker for Wilder though. Just don't like the 2-year talk. And I agree. I agree 100%. He also said that he didn't know all the negotiations, but it doesn't matter. Lennox Lewis is one of the greatest fighters in the last 25 years, one of the greatest heavyweights ever. He's entitled to speak on any situation that he wants. He's the last undisputed heavyweight champion back in 2003. You know, he's a countryman of Anthony Joshua, and what he's saying is true. If both guys wanted to fight, the fight would happen. The change of tune from Anthony Joshua is apparent. Is apparent, man. You know, he went from saying he wanted 50 million to saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm willing to, you know, sacrifice whatever the amount, what the difference would have been in American dollars compared to UK dollars to stay at home and fight in front of my home crowd people." And you got to give him that. He has said that from the get go, but when you put that money out there, you put a statement out there like that, and they come back with the funds and you don't take it, it makes you look bad. It makes you look bad, as simple as that. But Lennox is right. You know, when you're the champion, you want to prove that you're the best. And, you know, simply this fight should have been made. It should be made. There's no ifs and buts about it. It was a lot of bullshit from both sides on why it didn't get made. But, you know, Lennox Lewis knows the fighters. He was one himself. He knows when the intentions are genuine or they just talking out of their ass just to give the fans and the media a soundbite of something they want to hear. You know, and unfortunately, we won't get this fight this year. And the way Wilder and Eddie Hearn has been going back and forth, I don't know if we're going to get it next year either. You know, it's going to have to be a lot of cooler heads prevailing, a lot of compromise, a lot of understanding, a lot of genuine talks and keeping this shit under wraps. It doesn't need to go back and forth in the media. It doesn't need to do none of that. It just needs to be done and over with so we can get these two guys in the ring. But, you know, Lennox Lewis is real. Anthony Joshua had a chance to make the fight, didn't make it. Now he's fighting Povetkin. You know, they could have went and got an extension, another extension from the WBA, especially if the fight being as imminent as Shelly Finkel indicated. The fight, the WBA, no doubt in my mind, the WBA would have gave him an extension. That's just truthful. That's just how I feel about it. But instead, we getting Oleksandr Povetkin versus Anthony Joshua and likely Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale. But it is what it is, man. We all know that Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn pulled a fast one, and probably for trying to make the fight bigger. And we'll see. We'll see if if the fight get made for 2019. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Give me your thoughts on this, man. All these topics. Like I said, I'll post a link to each and every article in the description below. Also, check out myself, Cali Enigma from the Cali Enigma Boxing Show, as well as CJ Goodfellow from the Boxing Clinic and more. New YouTube channel, S12, S10 College Sports Most Wanted. I'll post a link to that channel in the description below. Shout out to everybody in the movement that is moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest updated, unfiltered, and unbiased boxing news reported the way it should be. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.